and gentlemen, to another episode. Today we got Corey and the crew going in, so let's get right into it.
I know a guy who basically held Kim Kardashian in high regard. And it blew my mind. How can you hold Kim Kardashian in high regard when we have witnessed her sexual with at least 10 brothers?
Do I smell a whore?
Not the shit you do when the door closed.
Right.
We witnessed one through a sex tape.
Right.
So how can this person be somebody you hold up in the air, even though, let's say, how long ago was the tape with the brother Ray J?
20 years.
Probably about, yeah.
Has it been 20 years?
I would
20,
think so.
about 20. Maybe.
Okay, so let's give her a pass from now. Let's give her a pass from now. Maybe she's older and she...
Right. I mean, look,
it did bring that family all the success. I would like to believe.
Yeah, her mother pimped her.
That set it
Pimped her
off.
and her sisters.
But let me tell you the real underlying reason why you shouldn't empower a whore, because she's only empowered other women.
She what?
Kim Kardashian being empowered with money, she's only empowered other women. So everything is out of balance.
I understand what you're saying, but you're saying Kim Kardashian uses her fame, wealth, and influence to empower women and not men?
Right, and I don't mean like through an uplifting message. I mean through like actual, like money. Economics is power. You can move mountains with money. You know what I'm saying? You could do all types of incredible things with money, but she doesn't empower, she hasn't empowered a man. She only empowers other women. And I think
Didn't she get off a couple of people on that court thing that she was doing? I forget the name of it. I thought that's what she did. She was trying to be that lawyer about. But I think that it's
publicity stunts.
Yeah.
But I'm not here to knock what she do. All I know is be in that ass.
No man can turn down this pussy.
right.
Kit Kat says we love her.
She's fucked a lot of men.
Right.
Brothers, too.
Yeah.
A lot of them. I ain't even yelling out all the names because some of you will be like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm talking about this girl has publicly set herself out in our community. And if you hold her up in the air without work being put in to not be that,
Right.
it's kind of like you stopping. Look, on 300, do you remember that movie 300? When old girl came in there, the first thing old boy said was like, she tried to let me sleep with her, even though we all know he slept with her for her to have her chance to speak in front of the men.
Right.
He was like, I run that chamber. If you want to talk to them, you know what you got to do. And she was like, what? He was like, I think you know. And she had to give him pussy. And he said, this will not be over quickly.
This will not be over quickly.
You will not like it. I'm not your king.
You will not enjoy this. I'm not your king.
Because, her husband was at war.
Wait, is this the scene on the boat?
This is on 300.
Oh, okay.
The 300 one you talk about on the boats, that's
okay.
the second one. Right. The first one, old boy wanted some pussy for her to get a chance to talk to the council. And she was like, I got to get this motherfucker some pussy. And he said some cold shit. This will not be over quickly.
In other words,
you will not like it, for I'm not your king.
Ooh.
He let her know, bitch, this about me. I'm that motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie, shit. But I wouldn't take no pussy to let her talk to my niggas. You can't talk to my niggas. You can talk to the cashier at Burlington Coat Factory.
How did Craig say? What was that again? The one number what? She's supposed to just shake his hand and look him sternly in the eyes.
Yeah. She ain't supposed to be.
But look, on this stuff,
Number 4.
do you think in this society, pay for sex, we already know it's not respectable.
To pay for sex.
I'm saying on either party.
Right.
But do you think it's necessary to navigate in this America? Sex for pay? Do you really think you're about to find a husband being who you are? Do you think you're about to find a wife being who you are? It's very difficult to find a true companion. So, I'm not saying this for everybody because some people, first of all, this is a fact. Don't ever say what you won't do if you ain't had the money to do it.
He ain't lying.
Because when you get money, you lose respect for money. And to make a bitch shut up, you will give her that little shit that ain't nothing to you. To make a bitch shut up.
Shut up, don't say nothing, don't speak to me, don't look at me.
If you got millions of dollars and this bitch will shut the fuck up for 300, you gonna get that bitch 300 quick than a mother.
That's how some lawsuits get settled.
That's how some lawsuits get settled. Good point, D.
Yeah.
If you got money, you do things differently than people who don't have money. So if you have money, pay for play is something that so many settle for just so they can have peace of mind in front of the person. You don't have peace of mind internally because you know you selling yourself out. If you paying somebody to be with you sexually, paying somebody to be with you in anything involving the heart. But if you have money and you are not worried about the amount of money this person is asking for, I'm talking about you only, this is only for people who've had this kind of money where you can really understand you're not tripping off giving her trinkets to get what you want. Now, I wonder I mean, you can't talk to everybody because everybody ain't got money.
Right.
But I'm saying, paying for sex is not nothing that is respectable. Paying for companionship is not respectable. But to get through this cold-ass life, if you had some money, you would pay for the obedience of a broad. I'm saying that about most men.
Why isn't it respectable?
It's not respectable because while you're young, you're supposed to put in the work with a female where later in life, you guys have each other back through this lifetime. Okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Right. You're not taught that because most men are bitch raised. Right. And you raised like a broad. So you think like a broad and you learn trial by error about dealing with a woman. Yeah. But while you're young, you are supposed to try and put in work with a worthy woman. The type of woman Felicia Rashad was talking about. Right. Not a bitch to say, why I'm supposed to impress him. That's she useless. She is for sex. And fighting other bitches you don't like. But I'm saying, if you got paper and you live in America and you've had your heart broke time after time, you are not finna keep playing this I love you game. You're gonna pay for the services of a woman. Trust me. In fact, I got women, I pay for their services and they try to declare me as their man. And I be like, are you sure you wanna say that? Because you playing yourself. I'm not your man. I am good to you. I help you tie the loose ends because if I'm fucking you and I got it, I'm gonna help you tie the loose ends just so you have some peace of mind around me. But I'm not your man. I'm not him. See, I demand a lot from a woman. So if a woman is calling me her man and I say, you damn right, that means that is not an average bitch. That is an outstanding woman right there. If I'm gonna allow her to say I'm her man, I don't a bitch. Look, baby, you need me. I know you wanna say fuck me, die, motherfucker, but you can't afford to do it.
Oh my God.
Your finances will not allow you to speak to the heart, speak from the heart with me. I am a blessing from God for right now. When you get on your feet, you should probably go and chase something that will look at you like you want to be looked at. I look at you how you are. I should not have my dick in your mouth for an hour
One of them said they was gonna tuck my dick from the back. I ain't never had that ever happen to me.
With the trinkets I offer. But your situation is precarious. So I am here. Enjoy the help. Enjoy the help. What is the problem with speaking like this?
Okay, so Corey talked about a few different things, starting with Kim K. I think us as the black community, we already saw what that was a long time ago. You know, a lot of people say her and her family are witches. They like suck black men's energy or something to that effect I've seen online about them. But we all know what it is. They got on from her and Ray J's situation, and they mama exploited it and flipped that, and you can call them a wonderful business family, which, you know, we did a video about this. And some of y'all was going to bat for them as far as them being billionaires, and some people felt like it don't matter how they got their money, they billionaires. We shouldn't even speak on nothing because they billionaires. And I'm like, nah, everybody don't worship money like that. Some of us still believe in morals and like getting an honest dollar versus sleeping your way to the top or showing your body to the top. Y'all know she did Playboy, etc. Her and her sisters kind of, you know, what we would call ran through. And I don't know if they get more slack because they white or Armenian. At the end of the day, everybody know what it is with the Kardashian family, between the surgeries and the reality TV. We all know what it is. Now, Craig said all she do is empower hoes and whole activity. And I do believe that, you know, there was a whole era for them as far as the injections, getting butts done, and look what that's went into now. They done came away from that. They started taking they injections and they stuff out. And we see more women in our community going to get the 50% off BBL special now. You have black women getting nose jobs and lip fillers and Botox. So I definitely think Craig is right on that. Kim Kardashian and her family, they empower hoes and whole activity because you have people who look up to them. I don't, you may not, but you do have young black women who want to be like her one day, you know, who envy and covet that lifestyle. And so whatever move she making, they want to do it. They think that's the move to get there, to get to that level. But we all know to get up in that level, especially the billionaire club, oh, you gonna compromise yourself. Like Corey said, she done dealt with more men than, you know, we'll ever even know. Now let's get into the second point. He started talking about paying for relations and men having enough money to kind of pay a woman to shut up, or he ain't got to deal with her stress in her mouth. And I know there is a lot of men who agree with Corey in that sentiment. And I don't even think you got to be rich unless you want to deal with a higher caliber of woman. But I know there's men who deal with women on a lower level financially. You have women where you can buy them drugs, alcohol, something to eat, and they'll do what you need them to do. And there's women who require way more. Paying to play is nothing new. I don't agree with it. I've never got down in that type of lifestyle. I got married very young. So for me, I had a partnership kind of, you know, built with my husband to get to where we are. I've never been one to use a person, even though I am aware that a lot of people move like that in this world. It's definitely a dog-eat-dog world. You got to be very careful about how you deal with people because most people are looking to gain or get something or get over on you. So you have to be very careful. But I do understand that dynamic, especially between men and women, especially men of means who got money. Sometimes they just want to run through different women. They don't want to put in that work and that time with a woman. They just want to pay, give what they want, and you bounce. We all know that. Men pay you to leave. I do like that Corey said about earning your place in a person's life. I do believe that that is what we all have to do. We all have to show our worth and our value, what you bring to the table, if you will, in a person's life. You have to prove a friend. You have to try a person's spirit. So I don't see anything wrong with earning your place. That's where dating and courting comes in at, to learn if you're compatible with a person, to see if it's going to lead into something long term. Y'all leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think about Kim Kardashian, men paying to play.
Yeah,
leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Until next time, I will catch y'all in the next episode. Peace out.